Good day, dudes and dudettes, how are we all doing? Nice to see you back again at Moman's show. I might call myself So Man because I say so much. Right then, today is a nice day, at least. The morning has been nice. Every morning this week, the morning has been gorgeous, the afternoon has turned into a bit of a shit show, so let's hope that doesn't happen. At the moment, we're looking good. What I'm going to do today is I want to show you the equipment that I've put together in order to complete my vision, my dream. That dream is turning out to be a little bit like a men's lifestyle magazine on YouTube because it's got the glamour element, it's got the travel element, it's got the cooking element, it's got the fitness element, and all that come together. I had a conversation with a good friend this morning. He says it reminds me a little bit like when Playboy first did theirs. The story was really good and it had all the sexy pictures. So there we go. So let me just edge around here for you. Right, now the reason I haven't got this on a tripod at the moment is because the tripod is right here. So my equipment, that's my backpack, the main source of equipment. This is my lighting pack, and these two are also for lighting. I take all this wherever I go. That is my office, okay? Well, my office is anywhere I make it. So for shooting purposes, to show you what I'm actually holding in my hand at the moment, my arm is currently some sort of selfie stick. Here I am, stood in front of a mirror. Why the fuck are you stood in front of a mirror, I hear you ask? Good question. Well, that's because I want to demonstrate to you what I'm actually using to show you all the rest of the equipment on. This Sony FDR AX53 is the video camera, which is going to be capturing everything. It's got 4K capability, it's got 30 times zoom with 20 times optical zoom using Zeiss optics, which is top of the range. It also has night shot capability. It can take still images as well as record 4K video, so that's cool. Audio wise, what we're using is the Kamika CVM VM20 shotgun mic mounted on the top of this boom arm. This is an articulated boom arm, and if I can just turn it a little bit, you might be able to see how it can actually extend upwards, downwards, but the main purpose of this boom arm is to extend it out and further towards my mouth when I'm in front of it, because the rule of thumb is it needs to be 6 inches away from your mouth in order to get very good quality audio. At the moment the audio will have degraded because it's facing the wrong direction. It's way more than 6 inches from my gob. I'm also using lighting, so there you go. So there's a lighting stick. I've got 2 of those, and these are pretty cool sticks. I'll show you those later as well. So lighting, audio, top quality optics, that's what it's all about, okay? So I'll speak to you later when we're finally in the park. I'm gonna go and make some lunch to take with me. See you in a bit, guys. Right then, so here we are. Thought this was a fairly alright spot for the video. Okay, so you'll notice the tripod's not on here. That's because the camera that I'm recording on now, the Handycam, is on that tripod. So the tripod would normally go here. Here we've got 2 light sticks. This is the main camera kit. Here we've got lighting equipment and power. In this bag we've got exercise equipment and bits and bobs for the girls, because all too often I get models that come around, mostly the amateur models, and they don't have the necessary clothing, lingerie, swimwear, things like that that will make the shoot a good shoot. So I always bring surplus supplies, especially when people like Bow Avenue would offer me some of their stuff. Here, first aid kit. I'll go into why I carry such a big one. Lighting, and another tripod. So, individually, let's get into it. Okay, let's first get into the first aid kit. Boom. Shit just hit the fan pouch. All too often I've been to Philippines and I've come across villages that have got some nasty looking wounds, and I've patched them up. I've got an advanced level of first aid training, and I've been a team medic back in my army days, so to some extent I know what I'm doing. I'm not a trained medic or anything like that, but I know how to use what's in this bag: bandages, antiseptic wipes, all the rest of it, in order to clean up those wounds until I can see a professional. That's why I carry this when the shit hits the fan pouch. That, in my eyes, is essential. Too many times my heart has gone out when I saw a villager with an absolutely horrendous wound, and I was fortunate enough to have the skills and always carry a kit in order to patch them up until they can get to the hospital. So thank God for that. So I won't go anywhere about that. I actually have two of these, a smaller one and this big one. Okay, and let's get on to the business end. This bad boy. Okay, let's start off with the basics. Hydration. You cannot underestimate how important it is to keep hydrated in these tropical climates. Last summer here in the UK alone, it was hitting 30 odd degrees. I was working quite hard. I went through 6 litres of water in one day and hardly urinated any of that. If that goes to indicate just how much water you can go through in a day. Light sticks, we'll be doing a separate video on the use of these. These are the creative element. Got 2 of these. What a light stick is, or a light wand, is, let me turn it on. There we go. Can you see that? So that's red. Changes colour. So what I'm going to be using this for is 2 things. I've got 2 light sticks, so one can be one side, that can be blue. The other can be the other side, that could be red, and it creates a glow effect. They're very cool photos, but the one I'm really interested in using is for the long exposure. I love long exposure photography, and what I'll be doing is I'll be getting a subject and I'll be moving the wand around that subject, and it creates a light trail. And you'll see plenty of examples of my light trails from using vehicle lights, but this is where I'm going to be using human subjects, models, in order to achieve the same effect. And getting in to the bag itself, so we'll go through the smaller pouches to begin with. This bag is a Low Pro Tactic 450. Okay, it's an amazing piece of kit. Honestly, it's got pouches everywhere, it's sturdy, opens up in all the right places. This one pouch here, so that's a strap, and I put a carabiner on that. Okay, now that can be used for 2 things. I can either carry my video camera with it, I can carry my camera with the tripod attached to it, so I just put that around the ball head, or I can carry my camera with it because it's got that little screw nut there. On the other side of the bag we carry an external hard drive. That's 1 terabyte of additional memory storage. We've got a power bank. Okay, power is one of the most important things. Without power we're all buggered. We can't do nothing without power. And then I've got a little extension that goes into my Dell laptop where my memory card reader goes. It's the lightning cable adapter. Talking about power, down here we have another power bank that's enough to charge 2 phones, and in there also we've got a USB cable. Coming around to the front end, okay, this is where my tripod goes, and it's got 2 very good Mole clips on it. Okay, so I just put my tripod in here, it rests in there, clip them in. Now these straps actually come as standard with the bag. I ordered an extra 2 straps to carry my light sticks off Amazon, and they're easy enough to attach. You've just got a little, it's a mole, a tactical mole system, so you can see there, and then that goes through the loops, attaches on, and bingo, you're done. Easy as that. Excellent stuff. Okay, let's back on. Mole systems are absolutely fantastic. I use them for a lot. This water bottle pouch, that's mole, and the tripod stand is mole also. So let's go into the top end now. In the top end of the pouch bag, you've got another pouch as well, and in there I carry my data cards. So quite a few of the data cards are in the cameras, the GoPro and all the rest of it, but you need a lot of memory. We've got the memory card reader and the extension cable to go with that. Now the thing is with my Dell laptop is it only takes a micro SD card, so this one I can put the larger SD card, and I can't remember what you call them, but the big chunky lightning fast cards that go in your cameras. I don't use them anymore, I just don't see the point. And then I've got another power bank. This power bank's actually quite funky because it comes with every USB lead. So you got your iPod, you got your Type C and your Type B, whatever you call that. So any phone can be charged. As I say, power is king, right next to money. So that's the top of the pouch. You've got easy access to your camera. There we go. This is the business end of everything. This is your Nikon D10. Currently attached to it is a 24 to 70mm lens. I've got attached to it ND filter and a regular filter. The regular filter really just protects the ND filter, and the ND filter will make sure that your bright skies are turned a little bit darker, so you're getting those blues. And I'm finding it very useful as well when I'm doing the long exposure photography. This is, I think, 36.4 megapixels. It's way more than you need. It uses an FX sensor, CMOS X-Speed 4. It can shoot 7 frames per second, and it is giving me absolutely perfect images when I get the right settings. One thing, if you're going to be a photographer, make sure you get onto manual as soon as possible. Manual is the way. Learn how to use your ISOs, your f-stops and your shutter speed as soon as you can. If you're going on automatic, you're never going to learn to be creative. To go with that, I've got several other lenses and we shall go into those now. Boom! Okay, right, so a lot of the kids have come and the parents have come to pick them up, so I had to turn my camera off because they made so much noise. So let's get into this. This is the belly of the beast. So this is an absolutely amazing bag, honestly. It's not the cheapest bags, but I highly recommend picking one up, and I'll put the link in my bio for you. Again, we've got fast access to our camera, always very handy. It's got enough room to stash the body with a long lens in it. I'll just try and show you there now. I use 2 fixed prime lenses, the 85mm Sigma and the 50mm Art Class Sigma. These are amazing lenses, okay? The reason I like the fixed lens is because it allows you to concentrate on getting the right angle with your model. So rather than focusing on zooming in and out, you can actually move around, and just that ½ an inch up and across will make all the difference to the composure of your photograph.
prime lenses I highly recommend. I've considered getting a 35mm. I'm not entirely sure. At the moment I'm satisfied with what I've got here. Then I use a macro. Now I don't use a macro too often. This is a very old macro. It's 150mm. It allows you to get very close into the subject. And if you look here, I've got an awesome example of a temple in Cambodia, and that was a beautiful flower that I've seen. And I actually printed that off for a colleague at work once so she could hang it on her wall. Very proud of that photo. So it's always worth having a macro. Plus in Cambodia I took a lot of photos of dragonflies around Siem Reap Temple. They were amazing. These cheeky cans represent where the video camera goes. Okay, video camera goes in there. Power cables. Again, power is king. If you don't power shit up, man, what are we gonna do? The Kamika mic case. Okay, the Kamika mic, very, very handy. Comes with loads of Gucci gear. This little device here is the cable that I use to plug into my computer when I'm doing voiceovers, and in there it's got a specialised audio chip. I can feel the wind at the moment, and I haven't used my wind diffuser, I think that's called a dead cat, and that's the foam over thingamajiggy, I know how to use me stuff, I don't know what it's called, I'm not that technically inclined. And in here we've got the DJI Mini 2. So open it the right way, that might help. This bad boy is a godsend. I tell you why. It only weighs 249 grams. That puts it in the C0 class of drones. What that means is in this park I can fly it, whereas regular drones cannot fly. I've now got my CAA operator's license and pilot's license. It's got a 4K camera attached to the front on a gimbal. Okay, and again, at another stage we'll be doing a video on how to use this. I've now had 3 test flights over the River Thames, overlooking Tower Bridge and the Shard. I can fly it to a maximum height of 60 meters because it is in a restricted altitude zone. This particular drone comes with a controller. Now, the thing that I learned first of all with the controller is you put your phone in there. Like that, okay? But then once you've done that, you can't make a TikTok video. So I can't get my selfie stick out, make a TikTok video, because my phone's there. So I now carry 2 phones. 2 phones serves 2 purposes. One, if I'm abroad and my phone gets stolen again like it did in Thailand, or lost again like it did in Philippines, I feel like I've lost my right arm because I can't use my banks, I can't contact anybody, I can't do anything. So now everything, and I mean everything, gets backed up to the cloud, and one phone the majority of the time will stay in a safe place, and I'll take a cheap phone out with me. This is the cheaper phone, okay, and that is the OnePlus T7 Pro. An amazing piece of kit, but it's got too much memory. It's got 256 gigabytes of memory. I don't need that much. This one has got half that capacity, and it's 6 gig of RAM. Works just fine, and it was a third of the price. This is the Samsung A31, if I'm right. In addition to that, we've got ND filters. Yes, drones come with ND filters. I was surprised too. Okay, look at those cute little babies. Alright, when I'm going to do island shots out in Southeast Asia, they're going to be absolutely so necessary, because I'm flying across those turquoise blue waters, I've got the sun shining. Man, I am going to have to block that UV out. When you buy the drone, I recommend buying the multi-kit, because the multi-kit comes with 3 batteries. So there's a battery already in the drone, and you'll see there's another 2 batteries. Okay, those batteries only last 30 minutes up in the air if you're on cine mode. You got cine mode, normal mode, and I think it's sports mode. Obviously the sports mode makes it go faster, and that means your battery's going to go down quicker. So if you're out and about and you're confident with your drone and you want lots of flying, you've travelled to get there, and the last thing you want to do is run out of battery power. So that's the belly of the beast. Let's go into the lid. The lid's got 2 nice transparent compartments here. Okay, in this one I carry lens cleaning kit. Not lens cleaning kit, sorry, sensor cleaning kit. I've got a cheaper Chinese 4K camera that honestly might as well be a paperweight. Do not buy cheap. Buy cheap, buy twice is what I say. Lens cleaning fluid. And believe it or not, I have 3 styluses. One for my phone. The reason I have one for the phone is so I can censor some of my topless photos. You've got to get rid of those naughty bits. One for my tablet, and one for my Dell laptop. In the second compartment we've got notepad and pen. Never go anywhere without notepad and pen. More lens wipes. A camera flash deflector so we can bounce the light onto the subject. More lens wipes. Never go anywhere without lens wipes. They're great for your eyeglasses and for every piece of glass, your laptop, your lenses, everything. We got a lens cleaning pen with a brush and another brush. Maintenance of your equipment is absolutely top priority. You don't maintain your equipment, you're asking for trouble. I remember once I went to Peru, and I went to a little island. It was I think it was Peru or Bolivia, one of the 2. And I went to this little island and it was made completely of reeds. The island itself was made of reeds, the houses were made of reeds, the boats were made of reeds. It was amazing. And a family got together for me to have the photograph taken. And I was so chuffed that I had this photograph. And when I processed it, there was a fingerprint right in the middle of that photo. I was gutted. Clean your lenses, people. Clean your lenses, for God's sake. All right then. Okay, so now we've gone through the 2 transparent pouches. Let's go in here. There's another pouch, yes, full of pouches. So in here, we've got my tablet with keyboard. Okay, to be honest with you, I mostly use my tablet for watching movies, but it's also handy for typing out WhatsApp messages too. Answering emails, things like that on a larger screen. And then, this is all where it happens. Okay, so we've used the business end of the video camera of the Nikon camera. Okay, so then we're going to have to start editing our photos. That all happens on here. I use Creative Cloud with Photoshop and Lightroom. For Photoshop I use a stylus to remove little hair strands and things like that. The beauty about this laptop is it's very powerful, it's very fast, it's got a lot of storage. Not that I use it, I use cloud-based facilities now. But I can edit like this using my stylus, or I can do Lightroom in just the same manner too. Or I can set it up as a regular workstation, just like that, and crack on with doing emails and chatting to people. Right. On my straps here, I carry a selfie stick, but this is no ordinary selfie stick. It turns into a tripod. You can rotate your phone, and it has a remote control. So my phone is connected by remote control. I set that up over here. for doing stuff like TikTok, which is absolute gold, then you can make a video of yourself and then just hit go and hit stop on video record. Power. For my camera, in the belt loop, in the belt strap, there's little pouches as well. So I carry 2 spare batteries for my camera. I carry sensor cleaner sticks, and lens wipes. In the other belt loop, I always carry pens. Never be without a pen, ever. Right, so remember I said power is king. What have I not done? My video camera, I knew this was going to come up, but I didn't do anything about it. I need a spare battery for my video camera. The one thing I can't do with my video camera is charge it up by a power bank. Gutted! So I'm really running out of time, so I'm going to be as quick as I can with the rest. So let's close this up. So in here, in this pouch here, we've got a load of cables. We've got another shitty little phone for emergency purposes. We've got plugs, a selfie stick, and we've got charging cables for every device you can think of. So I mean, honestly, I've got 2 phones, I've got power banks, I've got batteries all over the place. So that's basically the power source. The on-camera flash, I don't really use that a lot anymore. Here I carry 2 fire chains. Okay, so set fire to those. We're going to do some long exposure photography with these. That'll be exciting. Battery charger, plug adapters for all sorts of different countries. Got a headset, Bluetooth headset to use with the computer. So if I want to use my VoIP calls, I can. I can operate from anywhere in the world and people will think I'm in the UK just by having a UK number. A flash diffuser. Battery charging for my camera. And this little beauty, really quite love this little device. This is what makes all the difference to a photo shoot. This is the Godex AD300 Pro. It's a flash head. Okay. If you want to make an awesome photograph, you need to have a flash head. It softens the skin, it brightens the whole photo itself. Okay, that goes on a tripod that's in the bag down here, and it has a large umbrella, a large parabolic umbrella, and I've got a 60cm beauty dish that you'll have seen in one of my videos. That is charged, or powered rather, or triggered by this trigger. So that trigger goes on the top of my camera. That tells this flash to go poof, and then everybody knows what a flash does. It brightens the subject up. But when you use these flashes correctly, it softens the skin, it creates a deeper feel, and you can make such a difference if you place that flash in the right place. So like a camera flash, that is fixed into the camera. This is not. You can move this wherever you want, and by moving it half an inch that way, or a couple of inches that way, this way, you will make all the difference to that photo. And when I do my low-key photography, that's where you're seeing the black and white and the bodyscaping, meaning that I'm actually using a woman's figure to look like a landscape almost, bodyscaping. I find that such a fine art. It's beautiful photography, especially done in black and white. But this has been a game changer for me. Normally a studio flash you have to plug into the wall. This is powered by a battery that goes into the back, and it lasts all day long. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And it's so portable. So if I'm on the beach and I want to do a photo shoot with a model, this is what I'm going to be using. And look how portable it is. That's it. That, it's not called a diffuser, it's a reflector, sorry. That's a reflector, it's got a honeycomb in it, which does not want to come out at the moment.